I'm looking for my space crack. Have you seen it? A space rock? Where did I put it? Where is it? Beer cans. Space rock. Space rock. Space crack. Where are you? Where are you? Oh, here we go. There we go. Space crack. Good old space crack. I love it. I said, what am I supposed to talk about here, Joe? Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. And Inseminoid. Inseminoid. Oh, man. Talk about a dud. Talk about something that could have been a whole lot better if they just went full cheese with it, man. This movie, it looks like the outcome of someone who's conflicted between wanting to be semi-professional, go for like a whole Star Trek thing, or go all the way into a total cheese fest, a schlock film or something. It fails. It fails on the schlock. It fails on that. Okay, this film does have a creepy scene, a creepy R-A-P-E scene. You know, can't really say that word on YouTube. Rape. I said rape. Okay. I know it has a creepy scene like that, but it plays it again because, you know, you saw it once. Let's go ahead and watch it again. But that's kind of like the scene that's important for this film, I guess, if you want to say, because it kind of explains how the chick gets pregnant. Obviously, this movie is about a chick who gets pregnant and has aliens in her, and she births aliens. What is this, an aliens ripoff? Yeah, it is. And not good. Not good at all. Look, man, I like cheesy horror. I like cheesy sci-fi. But this is bad because it wasn't willing to go cheesy all the way. What happened, what this looks like, is a movie that was stuck on a budget. They couldn't go very far with it. The sets look very cheap. They look like TV studio sets or TV movie sets or TV show sets, I should say. The doors or sci-fi doors weren't even sci-fi doors. They were just plastic, draped plastic that looked like sci-fi doors. Dude, it is it is Star Trek on a budget with a weird, cheesy B-movie horror thing that just does not work. I mean, let's put it this way. If I try to explain this movie, space scientists, it starts off, space scientists go look around for some space crack. Boom, explosion happens. Why does it happen? The movie never really tells you. Doesn't explain anything. In fact, the space crack is not even important to this film at all. At all. It's just, it's a distraction. That's all it is. Because a whole storyline with the space crack, space rock, whatever, getting all radiated and turning green and exploding, all that shit. Or when they're working on it in the laboratory, it starts liquefying and looks like it's radioactive. That whole thing, shut it down. Forget that. That's why I say the first 20 minutes of this movie could be taken out. And it actually would make the movie better. This movie is one of those where it has like imposter Among Us tropes. The Among Us. If you ever played Among Us, it's like that. Kind of like the movie The Thing. But The Thing is a lot better. Dude, guys, if I try to fake it, said Inseminoid was better than The Thing, you guys wouldn't believe me. Come on now. It takes 40 minutes for it to get to that, by the way. 40 minutes for this movie to get to that sort of a plot scenario, okay? Before that, it's all about the space crack. Before that, it's about one of the guys that went out there. See, there was an explosion, right? There's two dudes. The explosion. One guy didn't make it. One guy came back. The other guy, they find his body to bring him in. He looks all zombified and weird. Does anything happen with that? No, nothing happens with that. Nothing happens with that. It's like, why? But the guy that did survive, he gets COVID or something. These intense fevers, can't breathe, dizzy. And then the rock, the space crack starts glowing and making these weird sounds, and he starts getting possessed and starts acting mad, running around the space facility or whatever. Dude, I can't even tell you what planet this takes place on. You don't know what planet this takes place on. It doesn't tell us what planet it takes place on. It's just a random planet out there in a random galaxy with 2 suns. Maybe this is related to Star Wars lore. I don't know. 2 suns. And this planet with 2 suns stays consistently at, I think negative 89 degrees Celsius? How is that possible? I mean, I'm not a scientist, but that orbit around the sun would have to be perfect. Around the 2 suns. I don't even know how that would work. I don't even know how that would freaking work, man. But anyway. Ignore all that. Okay. Anyway, so the guy goes mad. The space rock starts communicating with the survivor. I think his name is Ricky. He's just going mad, go crazy. It's important to know, when they came back, the commander, her name's Holly, she was like, okay, we're not sending any more people out there. We're going to put a halt on this. Okay. So then crazy guy, Ricky, gets all possessed. He wants to go back out there to go, I guess, find his buddy. I guess not realizing that his buddy's body has already been brought back to the station, and he's just in the doctor's room. So it's completely. In fact, the Ricky even says, "I'm looking for." I think his name is Dean. I'm looking for Dean. They could have said, "Dean is over here, man. You want to go see Dean? Go see Dean," because he was in the facility. His body was in the facility. It was like, what are you? The movie is so confused about what it wants to do, what it wants to be. So, at this point, Ricky starts going crazy, starts throwing people around, and he start a chase sequence with a nice porn music, playing. And the chase sequence is very elaborate, and that's one thing I want to point out here about this movie. While the sci-fi stuff looks good for a TV show, if this was gonna be like a Star Trek episode, part of it looks okay. I could see it, right? But then the action is so exaggerated. And it's like little things, little maneuvers and stupid things, like a chase sequence on a train cart thing that goes 5 miles per fucking hour. And they somehow, with shaky cam and intense music, make that seem very elaborate and dramatic. Really dramatize the act of going over, and it's not even a train. It's like a 2-cart thing, okay? It's for 2 people. Really make it dramatic, the act of climbing over the one to get to the other, to then be thrown off in a it's just so silly. It's so overdone. It's over the top. With the crazy porn music playing. But yeah, the guy goes crazy. The guy goes crazy, insane, and you think that's gonna be the plot. Okay, we got the guy that's gonna be murdering everybody. No. He's killed off. Not only is he killed off, but before he's killed off, there is a really dumb, really dumb death. I think the first death in this movie, I guess technically it would be the Dean character. Okay. The second death. Well, actually, no, technically he's alive. The doctor said technically he's alive. Okay, so really the first death is so fucking pathetic. Imagine getting pushed by this Ricky guy and your foot gets stuck, like caught on something, on this catwalk thing. And because your foot is stuck, you can't move, and you're in this, you're in a suit, you're out there in the atmosphere that will kill you if you take off the suit. You'll freeze to death if your thermal whatever stops working. So she's there, she's panicking, she can't unwedge her foot. And for some reason, the other people inside the facility can't put on a suit and go out there to help her. They help her from afar, be like, okay, do this, do that, do this, do that. Okay. And there's one part where it's like, okay, look, I can't help you can't help yourself. It's like, dude, put on a suit, go out there and go help her. I mean, all it is her foot is stuck, and she dies because her foot is stuck. She starts freezing to death, and she takes off the suit, puts the oxygen in her mouth, straight in, and gets a saw to try to hack off her foot to survive, but she dies doing that. Of course she does. That's it. The rest of the crew could have went out and helped her, but they didn't. And really, that's a running theme in this movie. One theme is overdramatic action, take the smallest thing and make it seem really big for no good fucking reason. The other thing is totally inept crewmates. Crewmates that do nothing, but really, crewmates that not only do nothing, but they actually make the situations worse to where accidents are going to happen. Fatal accidents are going to happen. We'll get to that with Holly. Holly's a flat-out fucking murderer, and I don't know how she got promoted to captain. Captain or Commander Holly. She didn't get there by skill. No way. You watch this movie, you agree with me, she got there one way, and that was hitting the headboard, you know what I'm saying? Man, this movie. So Ricky comes back in the scene, right? He's still mad and crazy. He's not dead yet, but he's dying soon. He starts chasing this female character we think is going to be our protagonist. After all, it's her voice that's in the intro, giving the exposition of this planet and everything, so you think it's going to be her story. They even have her dressed up as Ripley from Aliens. You think it's going to be her story. No, she dies too, in a very dumb way. This movie, I swear, I think it does that on purpose. I think it tries to confuse you, so you think what's going to happen. Oh, but there's a twist. There's a twist. You don't see it coming because you think, okay, the movie's going to follow this pattern. Oh, no, they took that turn. Why did they take that turn? You didn't expect it. You didn't know what was going to happen. All right. So Ricky chases Kate. Kate shoots Ricky. Boom. All right. So who's going to be our antagonist now? The movie has a set of survivors and a protagonist that seems able to defend. That would be Kate. But no antagonist. What happens now? Well, I guess Commander Holly figures this out and decides to, you know what, send more people out there. Let's send more people out there so we get this movie going. So after the crew lectures Kate on how wrong it is to kill someone even though it was in self-defense, I mean, wow. What was she supposed to do? Just let it happen? Right? It's crazy. So we finally get into this. Holly sends out this part gets confusing. Sends out a couple of people, but there's honestly at this part I'm confused about who's being sent out and why. It's the photographer and the black guy, the token black guy who I guess reads he's the mythology guy, I guess. I don't know. But somehow something happens to them. They get attacked, they get assaulted. You don't see who assaulted them. You never see it. Okay? They just get ambushed, shaky cam, and you see like weird shots of like the shoulder or arm or whatever. Looks very confusing, disjointed, some blood, a lot of screaming. I think the chick's name is Sandy. And something happens with her. This is like 30, 35, 38 minutes in. And that's where we get to this weird dream sequence. This weird scene. Okay? Where Sandy is naked on an operating table. And the doctor, the same doctor that works in the facility with them, injects her with some sort of fluid. I thought it was the crystals, the liquid meth stuff. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. I couldn't tell you. Because they never really explain it. Then this alien thing comes, her legs spread, and I guess it's against her will or something, but they just open, and like the alien never really touches her, so I guess mind control, I couldn't tell you on that part, but I could say this is the scene, this is what it looks like. What you're seeing is what looks to be, I want to say, probably where the alien was standing has to be like 14, 15 inches of pure glass tubing. Okay, that's the alien dick. I wouldn't even call it a dick at that point. What is that? It's just shooting in that green fluid with eggs. Bunch of eggs. Okay. Well, now we got our movie, right? Now we got the beginning of our plot. We have a chick who's preggers with alien twins, alien babies. We got Kate, who's our, looks like it's going to be our female badass character. And a set of survivors that something's going to happen, right? You're right. Sure. Yeah. After we replay the weird alien rape scene again, because you got to show it twice to really instill it. We then get this, for some reason, Sandy goes crazy because I guess having alien twins in her makes her go mad and want to be homicidal. So she kills one of the crewmates in the bathroom. She goes up to her. All the crewmates said is, I want to go home. I really want to go home, you know. Sandy freaks out, grabs her by the head and neck, and slams her into the, into the bathroom sink or whatever. Which this action sequence is all super choppy, all confused, shaky cam, re-showing the same actions over and over again in a disjointed, poorly edited way. It seems like an absolute mess. Like I said, one of the themes in this movie, just exaggerated, hyper-exaggerated action sequences. The little things, for some reason, become very significant, like reaching for the scissors. I gotta tell you, in that one fight scene, the chick that dies, she reached for the scissors, it looked like 3 or 4 times. Reached for the scissors, and then finally some stabby action, which you don't see. And this is why I say this movie doesn't go full schlock. It never goes full schlock, because in a schlock film, you would show the violent action. No, the movie is hesitant on that. But we'll show you the alien rape scene, but doesn't want to show you the really hyper-violent stuff, and tries to be, I don't know, it seems like it tries to restrain itself a little bit with the sci-fi stuff. It's like, just go all the way. You might as well. Now, here's the thing. Commander, Captain, whatever her name is, got the job by Suck-a-Dick Holly, finds Sandy after Sandy killed the crewmate in the bathroom. If this was Among Us, you would report that thing, you'd kick her off the skillet or whatever. No. Not at all. What happens is, Sandy says, get out of here. You need to leave. Holly freaks out, paralyzed by fear or whatever, and finally runs. Not before Sandy chasing her. Holly makes it, escapes. And then this weird message comes on where Holly's telling everybody to just stay in their domiciles and don't let anybody in their rooms. Could have just said, hey, everybody, watch out for Sandy. She's fucking crazy. No, instead of doing that, she had to be all vague about it and be like, hey, guys, don't let anybody into your rooms, which makes the next scene seem intense and confrontational, even though we know it's not. It was like said, because there was a scene afterwards where this guy was trying to go into this I don't know, someone's room, and they're like, oh, we can't allow you. We can't do that because Commander Holly, Captain Dick Sucking Dick said no, we can't do that. And which we know, it's like we know why she said that, because Sandy's going crazy. She should have said Sandy's the one's going crazy, but the reason why she said locked everyone down is so that one scene can be confrontational, have some sort of conflict, but it's fake conflict because we know what's actually going on. Holly knows what's going on. In fact, when that one crewmate calls Holly for an answer, she says, let him fucking in. Open the fucking door, woman. It's like, well, Holly, how about you do your fucking job and be like, hey, watch out for Sandy. In fact, go detain her. Go arrest her. The movie would be over. No. We got to drag this out. They drag it out. They do. Drag it out. They do. Man, I swear this movie is so confused. I totally skipped over the space sex. Obviously, there's space sex in this movie. Do we see it? No. See, they don't even go full schlock. They'll do some weird, bizarre alien rape thing, but they won't have space sex. Weird. Ah, shit. I gotta make sure I covered everything here. Oh, God. Okay. So, while they plot... okay. Well, all of our survivors come into the room. They come into one room. Okay. and they plot to how to capture Sandy and what to do with her. Kate's like, yeah, that's right. Okay, there's a part of the movie where they're all together, and Kate, the one that's already killed somebody in self-defense, right, is like, well, why don't we kill her? And look, Sandy had already killed someone and had found Dean's body and eaten his body for some reason. And the crewmates are like, no, man, we can't kill her. Like, they must be the most pacifist fucking hippies on the goddamn planet. I mean, I don't understand it. You have a homicidal crewmate who's killing and stalking and sabotaging, and you guys don't want to vote her off the fucking scale. You want to keep her there because why? Ethics? Morals? Go fuck yourself. She's going to kill you. Go kill her first, you know? So I was on Team Kate's side. But before Kate could do her thing, Holly, the doctor, and some other blonde have a plan. They have a plan. And this where Commander Holly really shows that she didn't get her job in any sort of legit way. I'm telling you, man, here's what happens. We get a couple of sequences, a couple of scenes of intense walking with dramatic purpose. You know, they do that a lot, several times, like 2 or 3 times. Where in this sequence, Holly finds this cool electric gun thing. It's probably like a welding tool or some shit, like a space tool, but it looks cool. She gets it, walk around with purpose. Great, sweet. They find Sandy. She's crying, she's sobbing. She appears very vulnerable. The doctor walks up to her with a syringe, about to shoot her up. The blonde does nothing. And Holly's behind the doctor with a taser thing. Giant electrode thing. Now, in this sequence, Sandy throws off the doctor. Then the doctor tries to get back and tries to put that syringe in her chest or something, just stab it into her. The doctor asks for help. Holly, who has the taser thing, tries to tase Sandy. There is a wide shot where she could just do that. We see it with the camera angle that's being used. But for some reason, Holly just can't do it and is confused and does friendly fire. Tases the back of the doctor. Just fries his ass. Killing the doctor. Which then Sandy gets up and then kills Holly. And then the blonde, what happens with her? She does nothing. She runs off for help. Dude, I can tell you, like, no one survives in this place. None of them. No, there's no survivor. There's no survivor in this. And it makes absolutely no sense why there's no survivor. Because at least one of them, one of the guys, I think his name is Gel or whatever, one of them should have survived. Because there's no... Because I tell you, at the end, towards the end, Sandy births two of those alien twin things. And they're fucking babies. They can't move around. They can't move around fast. Okay? But somehow, they managed to overpower the blonde and eat her. We see that scene with the one dude. And I guess it's implied he gets overpowered and he's eaten too. No one survives. Because they're all inept. They're all absolutely retarded. I can't, I mean, how else do you explain it? You got Commander Holly who killed the doctor through friendly fire. Everyone just screams and cries and freaks out before, I don't know, before anything happens. The smallest things kill them. Like there's a scene where one of the guys tries to lure Sandy outside the facility to see if the atmosphere will kill her. Well, this starts to happen, but then of course she can breathe because she's part alien now. So then she has the gun in her hand. She aims it at the guy. The guy just stands there, doesn't try to move or do anything. No, has to stay right there and take the shot in the chest. Very stiff, stilted, stupid acting. That would only work in the very original Star Trek season. Okay? Would I watch this movie again? Oh, hell no, man. This movie sucked. The best part of this movie was the end, when the space when the space cowboy comes in. Literally, space cowboy comes in to check out the facility. But like we know, no one survived. No one survived. Everything's gone. But then we see, oh no, the 2 alien babies. Guess what happened? They made it aboard the spaceship somehow. Yeah, explain that one. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Normally I would say this for Horror Talk Radio. But, yeah. So whatever happened with the space crystal? The space rock? I couldn't fucking tell you, man. Jesus Christ. Anyway, y'all take it easy.